Yes, I'm sure he is. Well, look, let me think about it, will you? In the meantime, I've got to be getting back. I'll call you.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, what do you think of him?
Think of him, dear me, I really don't know. Tell you one thing, though. If he's in the building game, I'm Fred Astaire.
Come on, Lizzie.
What?
You're standing there daydreaming. I'm going as slow as I can on this stupid thing, and I'm still miles ahead of you.
Sorry, love. I was thinking about me hearing tomorrow.
Oh, you're not worried about that, are you?
A bit.
Well, you shouldn't be. I mean, you're going to be all right, you'll see, and got me as a star witness.
I'm not worried about your story, Jude. But what if Linda turns to jelly?
She won't, honey. Obviously, Fletch would have said something now if he'd heard anything from her.
There's a bit of a difference between Fletch asking some dumb, silly questions and one of them smart aleck legalists getting stuck into her in court.
Hey, now you stop worrying. Everything's gonna be all right. I promise.
Yes, good night, Sally.
Well, these double shifts must be playing havoc with your social life. How was lunch?
It was very pleasant, thanks very much. Don't forget, you've got double shift tomorrow.
Don't worry. I'll be having a quiet, restful evening and an early night, so I'll be ready and raring to go in the morning.
Good.
Oh, Jim. I'm going to visit Meg. Are there any messages?
No, just tell her that we miss her and hope she's better soon.
Night.
Night.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Vera. I just feel it's all my fault.
No, it's not your fault, Meg. You weren't to know there would be a shooting.
Yes, I know. I feel bad about you doing those double shifts. Couldn't they get some temporary help from one of the other prisons?
What do you want us to get, another Jock Stewart? No, thanks. I'll take the double shifts any time.
Anyway, the doctor said I can go home tomorrow, so it shouldn't be long before I'm back on the job.
Don't you go rushing back to work until you're 100% fit.
Good evening.
Oh, how nice to see you. You know Vera?
Yeah, oh, wait.
Fine. I'd better be going, Meg. I've got a busy day tomorrow.
All right, then. Well, thanks for coming in and give my love to everyone, won't you?
Yes. Bye. Goodbye.
Hope I haven't interrupted anything.
No, of course not.
Well, how are you feeling?
Oh, hey, lovely. I'm fine. Fine, thanks.
Good.
I'll get it. Hello?
Sarah, it's me.
Oh, hello, Jim. You just called me. I was just on my way home. Well, have you come to a decision on my business proposition?
Yes, I'm not sure that I can afford the time to get actively involved, but I do have a bit of cash if you need it.
You mean as a silent partner?
Yes, well, anything more than that, and I'd have to spread myself a bit too thin.
You don't have to explain, Jim. I know exactly what you mean.
Well, there's about 10,000 here if you need it.
Oh, well, let me have a chat with Julian, and I'll get his thoughts on it and ring you back later. Are you at home now?
No, I'm on a job, actually.
Well, give me the number there, and I'll call you back in half an hour.
No, don't do that. Look, we're just about to leave here. Why don't I ring you in the morning?
All right. I'll be here from about 8:30, okay?
Yes, fine. Bye for now.
That was Jim Fletcher. He has 10,000 that he wants to put into our expansion program. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really feel right about it, actually. Does he want an answer immediately?
No, he's going to ring me in the morning.
Well, see if you can put him off for a while, will you? I'd really like to know more about him before we get too heavily involved. Financially, I mean.
Oh, is that the time?
Well, that's only the first bell. You don't have to go yet.
No, look, I'd better be getting along, but why don't I call for you tomorrow and take you home?
That's nice of you to offer, but I'll be fine, really.
Well, why don't I phone you tomorrow evening when you're at home?
Oh, yes, I'd like that.
Good. Well, bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Dot, and take care of yourself. Yes.
Shall do, Mr. Morris.
Bye.
He's gone.
Yes.
No, I don't mean he's gone as in left. I mean he's gone as in head over heels.
Don't be ridiculous.
All right, you mark my words. I'd say 3 weeks.
3 weeks for what?
For him to pop the question.
Oh, now you are being ridiculous.
Oh, we'll see. And if he does, you be sure and say yes. He's far too good a catch to let go, if you ask me.
No one's asking you.
Oh, well, if you want to finish up a hard old spinster like you made Vera.
How did you know Vera was a spinster?
Of course she's a bloody spinster. And unless she changes her attitude, she's going to stay that way.
Centre wing, but nobody there with Millwall who marked.
Will you put that damn thing down? Dawn'll be all right.
I don't know so much.
How many women do you reckon there are in maternity?
Oh, how would I know? 2, 3?
Yeah. Wonder if she's got to be friends with any of them yet.
Bound to have by now.
I wish I could talk to her for a minute. Tell her I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
Oh, well, I was pretty rough on her, you know.
You were rough on her? Crikey, she almost blows the gaff on a lot of us and you want to apologise.
Yeah, but still...
Listen, you know what I wish? I hope somebody up there in maternity scrubs her off. And she might suffer a bit and learn that you don't do those sort of things to your mates. And will you put that stupid thing down? Look. Doreen will be all right. You should be worrying about your hearing tomorrow.
Bugger the hearing. I'll get 18 months, so what?
And while my client has entered a plea of guilty to manslaughter, it is our intention to introduce evidence to the effect that there were mitigating circumstances and to call upon the court to give the defendant every possible benefit in terms of the minimum sentence prescribed under the law.
Thank you, Mr. Baldwin. You may call your first witness.
If Your Honour pleases, the prosecution calls Matthew James Fletcher.
Oh, what a lovely sight, all those figures in black.
Yes, after all those years in the red.
We don't really need anybody else's money, do we? He hasn't phoned yet, has he?
If you mean Jim Fletcher, no, he hasn't phoned. And no, we don't need his money. Mind you, though, there are certain transactions which don't need to have cash changing hands in order to form a partnership.
Oh, we're not letting the grass grow under our feet, are we?
No.
Well, if you want to trot him up the aisle, that's up to you, my love. But if you're contemplating bringing him into the business, either as an active or silent partner, that concerns us both. And I, for one, say again, I don't like the idea.
Oh, really, Julian, you are a cynic. I mean, what possible harm could there be in Jim putting $10,000 into the business? It's not as if he'd be buying a controlling interest at that price.
Maybe not, but it could be the thin edge of the wedge. I mean, combine your shares with his and...
Don't you trust me?
Implicitly. As long as you've got your eyes open. But they do say love is blind.
But you don't trust Jim.
I don't know Jim. So please, let me be a cynic and practice a bit of caution with my investment.
Are you denying then, Mr. Fletcher, that an SP book was being run by the deceased within Wentworth Detention Centre?
No. No, but if there was one, I certainly didn't know anything about it.
Thank you, Mr. Fletcher. No further questions.
The witness may step down.